Okay, I welcome you to my class of Civic Education. Like today, we are looking at a topic called economic and social development. Okay, so remember the core business of me as your teacher is to give you knowledge and skills on how you can answer examination questions in civic education. So this is specifically a question which came under economic and social development in civic education. So kindly pay attention so that we can move together. The first question, state two basic functions of commercial banks. Two basic functions of commercial banks. Now, the thing here is that I'm not going to give you only two, which they want there. I'll give you more than that, okay? Because we never know the way question will come during your exam. Maybe they will tell you to state more than two basic functions of commercial bank. Therefore, I'm going to give you more than that. So the first one is collect surplus funds from the general public. So how do banks collect surplus from the general public? Okay, so like for example, you and I, maybe you have got a bank, we have opened an account with a certain bank, okay? Maybe for instance, the NACO bank there. So each time when you want to withdraw your money, there is a charge, okay? Whether you are using a credit card or a debit card, or you go just inside there and withdraw. There will be a certain amount that will be deducted from the monies that you have kept in the bank. So that money which is being deducted by the bank is called surplus. So meaning they are getting surplus from you as one of the general member of the public. Okay. Then again, the other way, the bank collects surplus from general public is by when you are keeping money each month, there is a certain fee which they get from you, which is called the maintenance fee. So all those, they are surplus which they are getting from you. So that is the job of the commercial bank. Okay. Then the other point is transfer funds from one person to another by means of check or credit transfer services. Okay. So that is also its function, to transfer money. Because without a bank, you cannot transfer money from a person maybe who is in Zimbabwe, you are in Zambia. So now for you to transfer that particular money, you should have monies in the what? In the bank, okay? So that bank can perform that transaction on your behalf, okay? So that is its job, to transfer funds from one person to another. Then the other one is lend surplus funds at an interest to customers who borrow. Okay, so that same surplus funds which they collect from the general public, they again lend it to the borrowers. Okay, those who get monies from the bank. Okay, that is in form of loans. Okay, so the money which they are being given is the surplus which the bank collects from the what? The general public. And that money, as you be paying back, they will require an interest on top. Okay, so that is the job of the commercial bank. Then the other function is they facilitate payment of goods and services. Okay, they facilitate payments of goods and services. How do they facilitate payment? For example, if you are in a shopping mall, like maybe a ShopRite, there is those services where you can just pay using your what? Your card. So meaning the bank has actually facilitate your payment through that. Then there are a lot of transactions that you can use bank for you to pay. Maybe you want to purchase a vehicle, okay? Then you don't have cash. You just use the what? The bank, and the money will be automatically transferred from your bank account to the owners of that particular company where you are buying things from. Okay. Then the other one, advise on a variety of business matter. Okay. So the bank also, they advise, okay, on a variety of business matter. For example, if you want to inquire uh, more knowledge about how to go about business, you can go to the bank there. They will actually advise you how you can go about it. So those are some of the what functions of the commercial bank. Then we go to question number B, 1B. Give one advantage of saving account. Okay, so what do you think can be the good part of a saving account? Okay, so saving account enables one to keep money in the bank and be able to do what? To receive interest for a period of time. That's a good part of it. So please don't hesitate to go and open an account called saving account, because when you save money there, after a short period of time, okay, the interest will be accumulated. Okay, it is more like you are doing a business. You get a 50 pin, you put it into your saving account, wait for 1 year. When you go back to the bank to withdraw your money, you are not going to withdraw that 50,000 kwacha. No, there will be an interest accumulated to it. So that's a good part of what? Saving account. Okay, then C, now swipes a bank card to purchase groceries from a shop. Okay, what name is given to the bank card? So now, when according to the question there, they are saying swipes a bank card. Okay, so I'll give you a practical example of a shopping mall. Okay, just like I alluded to in the first question, in the previous question. When you go there, you get things on shelves, you get them, then thereafter you just go to the teller machine there, you get your what? Your card, you give the those who operates, then you just swipe there. Okay? So now that same card is called what? That card now is called debit card, because the moment you swipe, the money will be debited into account. You are even going to receive a message to say a debit of this amount. Okay? So that is debit card. That's the name. Then D, mention any one advantage of borrowing from the bank. So what's the advantage of borrowing from the bank? It gives one instant gratification by allowing one to purchase something that would be too expensive to pay for upfront. So the advantage of getting money from the bank or borrowing from the bank is that it gives you happiness. It enables you to get that which is very expensive. Okay, for example, maybe a vehicle going at 150, 200,000 kwacha. You can't pay it up front. You can't pay it at once. You can't pay it in cash. Okay. But borrowing to the bank, they will actually help you to pay that. Okay. It is like you are paying now installment. They will give you to pay something, then the rest they will be just deducting from your what? Your pay slip. Okay. If you are an employee. Okay. So that's a good part of the borrowing from the what? The bank. Okay. Then E, suggest 2 factors to be considered before borrowing from the bank. What are some of the things you have to put into consideration before borrowing to the bank? One of them is interest rate. You have to look at the interest rate. Is interest rate manageable or not? Okay. Then the other thing, you should also look at the collateral which they want. Which collateral? Okay. Then the other thing again, you have to look at the capacity, the ability that you have to pay back. Are you able to pay back or not? So these 3 things, they are critical points or critical things that you need to put into consideration before borrowing to the what? To the bank. They will really help you. Okay. Then G, explain the importance of commercial bank on the Zambia's economy. So what is the importance of commercial bank on the Zambian economy? Okay, so the most insignificant one is borrowing the what? Or giving money to the enterprise. Okay, so when the commercial bank gives money to the enterprise, those enterprise industries, they will actually expand their companies. Their companies will be expanded, and once their companies are expanded, they will be able now to do what? To rob people. Okay, to get people in the sovereign what? Nation like Zambia. They will start now getting people to employ them, okay, for the manpower. And what will happen? What do we expect to happen to the economy? The economy will do what? Will grow. So because of what? Because of the commercial what? Commercial bank. So By giving loans to enterprise, the commercial banks, the expansion of industry in the country, and the creation of more employment in industries. Okay, so therefore, it does what? It contributes positively to the Zambian economy. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to answer this particular question under economic and social development in civic education. And you should bear in your mind that this carries 10 marks from from question 1A up to 1G. The marks there, they are 10. If you have answered like this, it means you have scored the whole 10 marks. Okay. Thank you so very much for paying attention and understanding. I'm just encouraging you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pedagogy Learning with Mr. A Plus Zambia, for more exclusive what? Videos. Okay. See you in the next class.